We are live. Morning and welcome to the Sports Group Podcast, episode 4. As your host Javi and my guest, this is not Matt Martinez, but we have a special guest today, Matt
Ricker.
Ricker
Yeah.
from the Bronx Zoo. So how's everything?
Thanks, Javi, for having me on today. It's great being back here. I was WICR host at the time when we were still Iona College, so it's great to be back here.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
yeah, so a little bit about me. I'm a graduate of the class of 2018. I was a mass comm major in broadcast media and political science, and I did a lot of stuff here on campus. I worked in admissions for IUTV, for WIUR, and was just very involved. But it's great to be here, and I'm glad to be here now. And we're in such a great time for baseball.
No, of course, yeah, postseason time. And obviously speaking of postseason, so you graduated and you're here for your master's now. As I mentioned before, you're part of the Bronx Zoo, which
Yes.
is very popular. How did you get into that? Like, what was the start with that?
Sure. So, yes, you are correct. I'm also here as a graduate student in the public relations master's program. I started that last year. But in terms of the Bronx Zoo, so my good friend Kayla Kozak, she was the former SGA president when she was here. We had remained close friends even after college, and she had approached me, sometime last year, saying that her brother Jake, who is my age, was looking for a field producer and camera person for his new show, podcast, kind of YouTube, TikTok show, uh, to start it up. So we just connected that way, and
Cool.
it's been going ever since last September. So, everything, it was so small, and now we have over 40,000 followers on TikTok. TikTok is our main channel, but basically we just we're at as many Yankee games as we can. Mostly the home games. Back in July, we actually took a trip up to Fenway when the Yankees were up there, and we're interviewing fans up there. So it was nice to do that. And then we also go in Billy's when we're at Yankee Stadium, Billy's Sports Bar.
Mhm.
So it's always popping in there. But it's been a great ride. We're hoping to get picked up by the Yes Network.
I've seen that. I've actually seen that.
Yeah, either the Yes Network or I mean, that's like our main goal. But obviously, we'd be thrilled if like Fox Sports or CBS Sports or Barstool picks us up too. So if anyone's listening out there and you know anybody that works for the Yes Network or any of the other companies I just mentioned, please send our content their way.
For sure. No, yeah. I actually seen before I met you, I seen you guys on TikTok,
Yeah.
and I would always see, obviously after the games, the interviews and stuff. And then I found out you recorded and you went here, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy, small world.
Yeah.
So you guys started in 2018 of when you graduated, or this
No, it was
year?
I graduated in 2018. Jake didn't go here to Iona.
Okay.
He went to Mount St. Mary's,
Mm-hmm.
Mount St. Mary's in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah.
Um, but his sister Kayla came here.
Oh, so
So
that's how.
that's how we kind of connected. But yeah, no, the Bronx Zoo was started in 2021.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
guys grew pretty quick. So
Yeah.
obviously, with being here for your masters and then doing the Bronx Zoo, what's kind of your plans for the future? Like anything specific, an idea or?
Sure. Yeah, my full-time job is I work for the Show Board of Education. I work in the Human Resources Office.
Mhm.
So I'm doing that now. And then I'm also a part-time radio host on WVOX, the local station right here in Show. Um, but yeah, in terms of my plans, as I mentioned, I have a broadcast background, a bachelor's degree in that, and I worked at Fox News for a semester, 2 semesters rather, when I was here at Iona. So I enjoyed that. So I'm hoping, I'm keeping my options open, but I definitely want to do something in media. Whether that's a campaign spokesperson or a TV personality, something like that. I'm all open to doing any of that.
Mhm.
I like both the PR world and the broadcasting world.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So obviously, with yesterday raining out and
yeah.
today's game time being at 1, how do you feel about today with Nestor? Like, are you confident with him today, especially with it supposed to be yesterday? Maybe it might mess up his routine. Like, what do you think for today?
Right. Yeah, no, I when I heard that they had canceled it, I was like, "Oh no." It's never a good thing when they sometimes, it's never a good thing when they cancel or reschedule games. But I'm glad they did because, you saw the weather last night. But yeah, I think Nestor will do good. Maybe the extra day of rest will benefit him. But yeah, he's been on fire this season. He's great.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say, with Nestor, I've seen that a lot of the concerns is that this is first playoff start, and if you
right.
remember, I think it was maybe 2017, Luis Severino's first playoff start.
Yeah,
He kind of, the pressure got to him. So even though Nestor's had an amazing season, and in my eyes personally, I think he's been kind of the ace of the staff, even though Cole
yeah,
is obviously getting paid that.
yeah.
But I want to say I'm confident in Nestor today. And then the only thing I am a little worried about, I don't want to think too far ahead, but the fact that I don't know if you've seen today, Boone was talking about Hermang and Tyone are available for today, and
Oh,
he's not going to try to save them for Game 5. And because of the rain delay, Nestor might not play Game 5. So I don't know
oh,
how that would work out.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't hear that, but yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll
No,
they'll
yeah,
be
hopefully
able
we
to.
don't get to a Game
Yeah,
5. That's
I know, I know. I
that's
mean,
definitely the main goal, I think.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully, they win tonight, they win tomorrow over in Cleveland,
And then
and then we'll
go
be
from
we'll
there.
be set to the next week. The Astros won last night.
I was
Uh,
definitely so devastated. I want the Mariners to win that series 'cause I don't want
I
to play
know,
Houston, and then
I
you
know.
got two chances. They
Yeah,
could have won both games and they
I
didn't.
know, I know.
Um, Stuff happens.
One joke that, and I'm sure you've seen on our TikTok. One joke that we always do is we call we call the Astros the trash cans
Yeah, I've
because
seen
of
that.
what
For the
happened in
trash, yeah.
2017.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of Yankee fans, they definitely want to play them for the revenge, but I
Yeah,
don't care as much as the revenge. I just want to win the championship and
yeah,
that's it. If it happens,
yeah,
it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I would prefer to
yeah,
play Seattle, but it
yeah,
is what it is. And
yeah.
then obviously with Game 1 being a few days ago, what were some positives or negatives you might have took from Game 1, whether it was from the offense or Cole pitching? Like what were your thoughts on Game 1?
So, just going back a little bit, I was glad that Aaron Judge got the 62, before the regular season ended,
Yep.
so that now the pressure is off him, he could relax a little bit.
100%.
But no, I mean the other night, I think everybody did great. I think that Rizzo was on fire. The
Yeah.
Italian stallion. um right in time for Italian Heritage Month, you know.
That's
Um,
good.
but yeah, no, Rizzo did really well, I think. And then I'm trying to think of anybody that you it stood out to you in
I
particular.
definitely believe that Cole did great because
Yes,
I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people know I'm not the biggest Garrett Cole fan because well I
same
was
here.
before the sticky stuff came out,
Yeah,
the substance. He had a great year with Houston. He started off great with the Yankees, and then of course the COVID year he played great in the
yeah,
playoffs.
right.
But after the sticky stuff, you saw his numbers change. And
Hmm.
then his first playoff start since the sticky stuff was against Boston, which he played bad. So I kept saying the narrative. And then this season, the most home runs by AL pitcher, just a pitcher.
Yeah,
Kept telling my friend Matt that man, I don't trust Cole. I don't know. Like ever since the
I
sticky
know.
stuff, he hasn't been the same, and he proved it Game 1. So he definitely impressed me. And then I saw a stat on Twitter, which obviously is funny because only Rizzo's only played 2 playoff games with the Yankees. This Game 1
Mhm.
and then the wild card. He's homered in each one. So
Yeah.
he played good. And then Bader, I mean, they
Um,
won that
um,
trade.
yeah, Bader from Bronxville. He's been great. He's been on fire. He actually he reposted one of our videos of the Bronx Zoo
Really,
the other night on Instagram. So it was great to see that. But
that's crazy. So you guys
yeah.
confirmed Bader has seen you guys.
Yeah, Bader, Reggie Jackson, Reggie Jackson, Bernie Williams has also, liked our stuff. So, yeah, it's exciting to see that. But yeah, I agree with what you said on Garrett Cole. I was like kind of on the fence on how he would
Mm.
do, but I think he's coming around.
No, yeah, I'm happy about that. And then I seen that today. I think you guys posted for the ALCS and the World Series that you guys would be probably attending. I'm assuming you would go to that as well. And is
Uh,
that only if the Yankees go that far, or how is that gonna work?
So yeah, no, we're committed to traveling wherever the Yankees are going.
Mm.
I'm not going to be able to travel to Cleveland tomorrow because I'm going to be here with Iona Homecoming because I'm on the young alumni board, so I have to be here. But yeah, I believe Jake is going to Cleveland, and then if we end up playing the Astros, Jake will then go to Texas. I won't be able to go next week to Texas either. He has somebody else he's going with. One of the other guys that helps us, Eddie. He'll be going. But if they end up playing the Phillies in Philadelphia, then I'll be going to
Yeah,
that.
it's a close drive.
Yeah,
Hopefully they do.
yeah, I know.
No, that's pretty cool. So I know with the wild card obviously being over and now it's
Yeah,
the divisional series, was there anything that kind of, I want to say, surprised you or something that you expected like from all the winners? Because I know
yeah,
for me, I was extremely shocked with Philly sweeping. I had the
me too.
Cardinals. I had the Cardinals
Me too.
sweeping. I had the Mariners winning their series. I had Cleveland winning their series. And I wanted the Padres to win, which they did, but I did have the Mets winning. But the only one that shocked me was Philly. I don't know what your thoughts was on the wild card.
Yeah, I was shocked about the Phillies too, but I one thing I was not surprised about was the Mets when they lost because I mean I was like maybe this would be great if we had like a Subway Series, World Series, where the Yankees and the Mets faced off again. But yeah, but I'm with you on the Phillies. Yeah,
That
yeah,
was the only one that kind of shocked you.
yeah, because
I
I had the Cardinals lined up too.
I
You
think
know.
everyone had the Cardinals lined up, not just because well, yeah, they were to me they were a better team, but you wanted to see Albert, Yandy, and all them kind of
Hmm.
continue. And somehow they, I don't want to say blew it, but they lost.
Yeah,
And then like you said, the Mariners in Houston, that's I don't want to say shocking, but the fact that they had leads
yeah,
both games, the Mariners, and lost it,
yeah.
kind of shocking. And
Hmm.
then obviously with today's being game two, what do you think needs to happen for the Yankees to go up 2-0? Like, what are some key factors that you believe in?
I think what we talked about before about Nestor, that'll be interesting. I think I mean, I can't really think of anything in particular, but I think I think though that as long as we keep Rizzo on there, keep because he had some issues, medical issues earlier in the month. So definitely keep Rizzo, Torres, Stanton has been doing great too, and obviously a Judge as well. I think those
Yeah,
four should always be in the first four in the lineup. Today, I think Judge is first, so
yeah.
I'm glad to see that. Judge should always be first.
Yeah, he usually gets the most at bat, and then if
Yeah,
you walk him, I mean, he's guaranteed on base. And if
yeah,
anything, sometimes you can't pitch around him if he's first.
yeah,
But obviously, this might be looking a little too ahead. But hypothetically, the Yankees make it to the ALCS. Andrew Benintendi might come back, and then
yeah. That's major.
hopefully DJ comes back.
Yeah.
What do you think would be? I don't want to say the lineup, but someone would have to sit out. Who would your picks be of who sits out if both of them come back?
Ooh,
Because it's
that's
tough. Like it's
yeah,
it's it's a lot of good players, and that's always a good problem when it comes to sports. When you have
yeah.
too many good
I
players
know.
compared to trying to figure out. So if they come back, who sits?
Um, I would say. I mean, I would definitely keep Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, um, Torres, I think, and then definitely put Benatendi back in there. Keep Bader. Um,
I'm gonna be
I
honest. I think personally, IKF to me would have to be the odd man out, and maybe Cabrera play short, or
Yeah,
or maybe
that's a good point.
I know Cabrera didn't get a hit, but he's better defensively than Isaiah. Like I don't
Yeah,
know, his defense
yeah,
hasn't been the best at shortstop this year, and then Benintendi has to play left field with
I
Bader
know.
and Judge, and
I
then
I agree.
with DJ, I'm not sure when he comes back. Kind of. I hope he does come back next series, but you never know with DJ.
Yeah, like tonight they said that the lineup is Judge, Rizzo, Torres, Stanton, Donaldson. Donaldson has been great this
You seen
season.
that, right? 2 for 2.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
I know you saw the play that obviously
yeah.
thought was a home run. Who do you blame on that play? Like, do you blame the first base coach, the aunts, the stadium for playing the lights, or him? Like, who's to blame?
I think the whole lights thing may have messed him up. That may have messed me up too. To me, that's more of a distraction.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna blame the lights.
Yeah, I when I seen that, I thought it was a home run too, and then I saw that on the replay, the first base coach obviously gave him a high five, and in my mind, I thought if you're a first base coach, like kind of wait to see what the umpire
Yeah,
calls because you don't know.
yeah,
And it was a tough play with that, and
yeah.
I know it's like extremely early also to talk about this, but do you think Judge resigns, or are you like kind of scared of one team him going to? Because I've heard a lot of rumors with the Giants because he's from there, or the Mets because of Steve Cohen's money. What do you think on Judge's free agency?
Uh yeah, I think they should give him a blank check. Whatever whatever they need to do to keep him, they should give him a blank check. I'm really concerned that they haven't figured anything out by now. I mean, come on, he broke the record against Roger Maris with
Almost
the
triple crown
62.
winner.
Yeah, with the 62 home runs. I was kind of disappointed that he didn't get the triple crown.
I was too.
But we can't be too picky there. But no, they gotta keep him on. They gotta give him a blank check. I think. I mean, when anyone asks me, what specific dollar amount, I don't think you can put a price on him. I think he's priceless. But also, I think he wanted. Originally, they came back. They offered him like
I
two
think I
two.
remember they offered him 213 without the 17
Yeah,
mil, so it would have been 230
yeah, and
for 7 years.
yeah, and he wanted like two.
I just
Uh,
remember his
yeah,
annual value was
yeah.
supposed to be 30 by the Yankees, and he wanted 35, and they didn't give him
Okay.
that. And now they're gonna pay dramatically because
Oh yeah,
I think his minimum is gonna be 40
yeah.
annual value.
I agree. I agree.
I hope they do resign him. My fear is that we've seen how they've handled free agency, even through
Yeah,
the Jeter documentary. I'm talking about Bernie. I'm
yeah,
talking about Jeter himself.
yeah,
I'm scared kind of how they're gonna handle Judge. And I know I saw Cashman's interview. He was talking about, oh, Judge is gonna get a pot of gold. We just don't know how much it's gonna weigh. So it did concern me that he
yeah,
didn't say like he'll be a Yankee. Like you should be confident
yeah,
that you're gonna get him back.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I
so
I think they gotta just give him what he wants, because if they do let him go, that's going to be catastrophic to the Yankees for many years to come, and that's gonna turn off a lot of fans, and including myself. The team just won't be the same. It was like when Jeter left, the team hasn't been the same.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
took a
now it's
while.
now I think we're in a good place, but they got to hold on to Judge. I mean, when the captain retired, along with all the others like Mariano
Yeah,
Rivera,
core four.
yeah, that it hasn't been the same. I mean, but the team evolves, the team gets good new players like Judge, Torres, Stanton, Rizzo.
Maybe
Um,
Bombers. Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah. I think those are like the core four now.
Yeah, no,
you know,
they definitely are different from the Jeter era because obviously Jeter era won a lot.
yeah,
This team
absolutely.
consistently makes the playoffs and like is really close to
Hmm.
World Series and then doesn't make it.
Yeah.
Um, my thing with Judge that I keep stressing to everyone that I usually talk about his free agency is that not only will it affect the team obviously on the field because you look at them and without Judge you're kind of either a wild card team or fighting for a
Hmm.
wild card spot. You're not really a
Yeah.
division champs, but
Hmm.
you will lose so much money from Judge leaving because when you go around the stadium, all you see is number 99 jerseys everywhere.
Yeah. That's
When
what I have.
yeah, when everyone comes in, before the games for the lineup, judges the loudest ovation. You have the judges chambers. You have the people wearing the judges gowns with the wigs. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much marketing from just Aaron Judge,
Yeah.
and then again, like you said, almost won triple crown, 62 home runs. There's so much that you can't let him walk. You can't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think they've ever had a player this big. Again, Jeter won so many championships, but statistically wise and then the marketing wise, to let him go,
Hmm.
that would be really bad for Cashman. And
I know.
I'm kind of scared. And also, I'm not sure if you knew that Cashman is a free agent this year.
Oh, he is.
This is last year in his contract. You think they would re-sign him, or if not, what do you think it would take for them to let him go or keep him on the team?
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one. I think if they win the World Series, they will definitely keep him on. But if he doesn't, if they don't proceed after this week, I think they might not keep him.
Yeah, I've heard a
That's my
lot of different
prediction.
opinions on that. And it's kind of crazy that they haven't offered even some type of contract or talked about it in negotiations. They're trying to wait.
Right.
And the Yankees usually always do that. And I'm not a fan of that. I'm kind of a fan more of how the Braves run their system, where they try to like re-sign everyone maybe in their rookie years
Yeah.
to team friendly deals. So like even with Cashman waiting, I get it because some people might value that he hasn't done a good job. Some people say he has done a good job. It's kind of
Mhm.
iffy. For the offseason, whether we win or lose, is there a player on the team that you look at now you think this player probably might be traded, or we might trade for this player from another team?
Um. Oh, I do want to mention. It's crazy what happened with Chapman.
Oh yeah, with the incident, right? How he
Yeah.
didn't show up to the workout. I
Yeah.
was shocked on that. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, but
Yeah. I think. I mean, if I was, I mean, because this was his last.
yeah, he's done after this season, free
Yeah.
agent.
Yeah. So I mean, I get why he didn't show up, but at the same time, like, come on, like, just stick it out. And
Yeah,
now, like, to go out like this, I think if he was still on the team, I think he would have been traded for somebody else. Who in particular from another team? I'm not sure.
yeah. No, with
Yeah.
him, I knew that he probably wasn't gonna make the roster because they kept
Yeah.
saying that he might get DFA'd.
Right.
But my thing was, you still show up because you're helping your team.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who was hitting against him. Maybe it could have been Judge that needed at bats, and now
Hmm.
you got to scramble find a pitcher to give Judge at bat.
Yeah.
And then obviously you didn't end your Yankee career how you wanted to, but maybe in free agency it could help you with another team.
Yeah.
Now, if another team they won't want to sign him because of that, like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not going to get signed, but I'm just saying it hurts his value because you say if you give up on that
Yeah.
team, how do I trust you?
Yeah.
And his
Yeah.
age, and then obviously the recent history of him here is
Yeah.
just I don't know, it's kind
Yeah.
of tough.
Yeah.
But I am excited for today's game too. Hopefully today we're up 2-0, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping to not go to game 5 because I don't want
I know.
and then hopefully for the next round, my personal preference is to play Seattle, but I think Houston's going to win it. Well, who do you think where we would play hypothetically next round, and who do you want to play next round?
So I think it's gonna be Houston, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I have to agree with you. I'm hoping maybe the Mariners.
Yeah, I would much rather
Yeah,
play the
yeah.
Mariners.
And
And
then ultimately in the final stretch, I hope that the Yankees will face the Phillies. I think that would be a cool combination that we really haven't seen
in a while.
in quite a while. So I mean, if it ends up being Yankees Astros, fine. But what happened last time, it just gives me a bad taste in my mouth.
Me
Like,
too, yeah.
to me,
2019 and 17.
yeah, like and the to me the Astros were not punished enough for what happened.
At all. Yeah, I
You know,
agree.
I feel like if the Yankees were in that position and they did something like that, they would be punished.
Much worse. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
seen that. They
yeah,
didn't do much. I mean, I'm not I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the players did leave. Like obviously Correa and Springer and Cole,
yeah,
because I'm assuming they didn't want to deal with the whole cheating scandal. But I don't know.
yeah,
I felt like MLB could have definitely done more, but it happened, and
yeah,
now hopefully whatever happens with that series happens. And I do want the Phillies to actually go to the World Series to obviously play them. But I don't know. I just feel that the Dodgers, and it's really interesting because I had Dodgers and Braves in the CS, and then
Yeah.
Dodgers making it, but the Padres obviously they tied
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
when the Padres beat the Mets, I wasn't really surprised.
Hmm.
But the Mets were on a roll, at one point. But that would be, I think, hilarious if it ends up being the Dodgers Yankees because of Joey Gallo.
Hmm. Oh
Um,
yeah, the Joey Gallo. He'd win a ring either way because he
yeah,
was on both teams, so it would work out kind
yeah,
of.
yeah,
I think for the Padres to win this series, at least to me, my X factor is Juan Soto. He hasn't kind
yes,
of showed up so far this postseason or since he's
yeah,
gotten traded.
yeah.
You've seen his numbers from the trade deadline all the way to now.
Hmm.
It dropped dramatically. He's having a down year because last year he was hitting 300. And even though before he got traded, he had the highest OPS in the league, again, it's dropped. So
Yeah,
I think if he steps up and shows us the Juan Soto he is, the Padres, I could see them going to the World Series. But that was my X factor for him.
yeah.
And obviously with today's game two being at home, are you going to be there for the Bronx Zoo or?
Yes. So, I'm kind of disappointed that the game is at 1
I know, yeah.
because, I'll be at work, so I can't really watch it. But, we will be there. I'll be going right from work, to meet Jake, and then we'll get right in there and start interviewing fans. But let me tell you something. The crowd the other night was
For game
insane
one, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
on Tuesday night. That it was the biggest crowd that we've seen by far. I mean, when we were outside the stadium, we had probably 3 times the amount of people
Than regular season.
yeah. And like, we actually ended up being like pushed back, or we had to keep like pushing back, um
Your setup.
or walking back, and we ended up in front of like Billy's and stands. Like, we went that far because there were so many people coming out. Like, somebody threw their shoe up in the air. People were spraying like their High Noon and their Bud Light.
No, yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. It's always been a lot of fun. It's always a pleasure, being the field producer for the zoo and working with Jake. And I'm actually I'm starting my own like history segment, Yankees in history
Mhm.
segment on the Bronx Zoo. So those will be posted on my own TikTok. So for anyone listening, give the Bronx Zoo a shout out on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. On TikTok, there's 2 channels. The main one is at Jay Kozak, and then the other one that he started is just the Bronx Zoo TBZ. So that'll come up, and then Instagram, Facebook. I'm also on those as well. So, and Twitter as well. So
Yeah.
give us a follow, at Matt Ricker 5 for Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And then at Jay Kozak for the other ones as well. But yeah, the Bronx Zoo has been a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to what comes next. And
No,
yeah,
I'm excited for that.
yeah,
Obviously, before we close off, I just wanted to point one thing out about
yeah,
the game one. I know it was the last time I think we played a playoff game in the Bronx was 2019.
yes,
Obviously with fans because
y-
2020 was COVID.
yeah,
Last year was a wild card away. I've never seen, and I was so excited. I hope they. Well, I don't think they'll do it today because it's daytime. The pregame. I don't know if you saw. They had the lights
mm,
off. Nick Swisher ran out with the flag
yes,
and Judge. That
yeah,
was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And then
yes.
not only that, right after that, they turned back the lights for like a second or two and turned it back off and did the lineups, the Welcome to the Jungle with the lights off.
Oh
Because
yeah, that
they
was cool.
usually, yeah, they usually do it with the lights on, but that was amazing. They went all out for obviously game one. Game
Yeah,
two is daytime, so I doubt they'll do that. And then the other
I
games are in
know,
Cleveland. So
I know.
hopefully they continue for next series, and hopefully we'll be here for the next series. But
Yeah,
I do appreciate you for being on the show.
of course.
And this was great. Just quick, you want to shout anything else out? 'Cause I know you do your radio show, and then the Bronx Zoo. Just anything.
Yeah, no, please follow me on my Instagram, at Matt Ricker 5, and at the Bronx Zoo on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, even. Same with myself. My handles are, and Jake's handles are mostly consistent. So I'm Matt Ricker 5, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. My full name for Facebook, and then Jake at Jake Kozak for everything. Yeah, but thank you, Javi, for having me on. It's great being back here at WIC. No, I'm sorry, WIUR.
Yeah.
I'm still using the old call sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hope to come back in the future.
No, I hope so.
Was fun. Yeah.
Hopefully, when you come back, we're World Series champions, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
And obviously, next episode will be next Friday, 11 actually, and we'll see when we'll try to get more people on it, because as of now, we'll do Yankees playoffs, and then when the postseason ends, we'll start to do more basketball. So we'll definitely see you guys next week. Thank you.
Yeah.